Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Mike here with Mike's Drones and More. And guys, today I'm going to be doing a follow-up video. This is the Fat Shark Dominator 3, and this is the Ready to Fly bundle that I bought. So I'm going to kind of go over everything that I know about these goggles so far. And I had about a week to test them out and everything like that, and I gotta say, I'm thoroughly impressed. So, first thing, we'll go ahead and take them out of the case. Now, this did come with the OLED, the Fat Shark OLED receiver. I'm going to be doing a separate video on that and how that works, because it was a little confusing and I had to scour the internet a little bit to watch it out. But these are fairly pretty easy to set up. It's not that hard actually, and they're really comfortable. So right under here are your pupil adjusters. So this is basically how you center the picture, and then over here you have a data port. Now I'm not sure what that is. I think that's data out or data in, I'm not sure. And right here also is I believe this is a video out port, so you can actually hook this up to like a video receiver, and then you can actually just use that to use your goggles, which is really nice. And then of course you have your power port right over here. Now, the one thing I didn't know about this is when you plug it in, the fan does not automatically go. This tiny little button up here, now bring it in close, so when you push it on, you have to push that, you kind of hear it click, and that will turn the fan on, and the fan will run for, I believe, 10 minutes at a time. So it doesn't run automatically. Now, I've gone ahead and I've used it a few times, and it's not too bad. It does definitely wears out the battery a little bit more, so just be mindful of that. So on the top of the goggles here, you can notice you have a whole bunch of buttons. So here's your head tracker. So now the head tracking does not come with the goggles. You do have to buy that separately, and from what I've heard, if you're going to get into drone racing, you're probably not going to need the head tracker at all. So I'm not even going to look at purchasing that. So and back on the underside, so I forgot to show you guys a couple things here. So right here you've got a little, and you probably can't see it because it's so little, so this is a little button here, or a little slider, and it's basically the RX on and RX off. So it's basically receiver on and receiver off. So if you want to go into the AV mode where you can watch your playback videos, you switch this to off, and then when you turn the goggles on, you have your video display. And then once you're in the video display, the button up here, this one, you hold that down for about 5 seconds, it'll go into the menu, and then you use this little guy, it goes left, right, back and forth to go in between your menus. So this is where you set up like your DVR. You can set the DVR to automatically come on and start recording every time that you put the goggles on. You can also tell it to continuously, you can do all kinds of different things, format the SD card and everything like that. So the SD card just goes right in here, since we're on the DVR. So it's actually kind of not too bad to get out of there. Let me see, actually I've got it right here. Yeah, there we go, okay. So I'm just using a SanDisk Ultra Plus, and it's just a 16 gig. And so basically what you do is right in here, you take it, and you always want to, it doesn't say in the instructions, and there's no little picture on how the video card goes in, or the SD card. So the way it's going to go in is it goes like this. So you always want to do the little, whatever those little things are, the little connectors, that's always going to go on the bottom, and it's going to go right up here on the top, and you just push it in, just like so. And then you kind of use what I do is I use my fingernail, and I kind of push it in till you hear it click, like that, okay, and then you're good to go. So then you're basically nothing else really you have to do. You're ready to start recording. Okay, so down on the bottom here you also have a headphone jack. So if you have audio enabled on your drone, you'll be able to hear that. There's also a HDMI out. I think it's HDMI out. Yeah, HDMI out. So you can use this, and you can actually, if you wanted to, you could put this on a monitor or like a projector or something like that, or on a screen. So if there's somebody next to you, they can be watching you and helping you at the same time. So that's kind of a cool feature. on these goggles. These things are just jam-packed with all kinds of cool stuff. Now I did order some diopters, and when I put the diopters in, I did notice that actually it made the vision worse. And so I just decided I'm not going to use them. I'm just going to use just my regular eyes without my glasses on. So, but if you want to put the diopters in, it's actually really super easy. So if you'll notice right here on the kind of on the side right here, you just basically, they just slide right in. And the way you put them in is there's a little, when you, let me grab it for you here real quick and I'll actually show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so when you get the diopters, they look just like this. They look like little, basically little glass pieces. I'll go ahead and grab one out of there. Be really, really super careful with these. You don't want to scratch the lenses on these at all, because if you scratch them, then you're going to see that scratch. So you kind of just peel them away. And here's what one of the diopters look like. They look just like that. They look like just like basically like glasses, right? So if you want to put these in, basically this little tab here, you notice there's only one tab. This goes on the inside of the goggle, right? So when you're putting it in, always make sure that tab faces inward. I thought it faced outward, and it doesn't. It faces inward, and so that's way it doesn't scratch or anything like that. So again, I'm not going to use these. I'll probably end up just reselling them to somebody if they really need them, but I didn't end up needing them at all. So all right, so we've covered that part of these goggles. The next part, so you got your volume up and volume down. So that's obviously for the headphone jack. If you want to be able to hear your drone, you can up and down on the volume. Your channel up and channel down. So when you power up the goggles, you've got a little button here, and again, I'm going to be doing a separate video just on this, but basically this is how you switch between the bands. So you've got band A, E, race band, and I think there's Fat Shark band and like one other. I can't remember all of them, but when I do the separate video for this one, and you just pick it, and then once you get onto the band that you want, up here you use the channel up and the channel down buttons to zero in on the particular channel that you want. So if you want to be on race band, you would use the button here, you would switch it over to race band, and then you would use this up here, and then you would switch in between, I think there's usually 1 to 8. So you go, you know, race band 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. When you get to the end of the channels that are available, it'll kind of beep like that, and then once you go up as high as it'll go beep, so that way you'll know basically, alright? And then, so here's your display control over on this side. So you've got your brightness, contrast, you've got everything over here on this left-hand button over here. So I just left everything at stock, but I guess on like a cloudy day or a really sunny day, you could turn down the brightness so that way it's not too bad. But I haven't had to do that because it's been pretty cloudy here in Colorado. So, but yeah, so I gotta say these are pretty impressive. I'm really liking them a lot. So, and then also I wanted to show you guys a little trick that I learned as well. So this is the original Fat Shark battery that comes with it, right? Okay, so it's kind of a little, when you look at it, this is not a charging port like a normal like LiPo battery is. So like one of these, normally you can use this to charge with, right? So no, this is actually to power the fan. So if you want the fan on, you have to plug this into the fan port, which is right next to it, and I'll grab that. You can see right there, that's where you plug in the fan. Okay, and so you basically, so you would plug this in, and then you can run your fan on your goggles if you want to. Just be careful again, because this is only a 1800 milliamp battery, and it's a 7.4, so it's a 2S, so it's a smaller battery, and I might end up ordering one of the Tattoo batteries. They make a like 2000 milliamp something, 2500 milliamp battery for the Fat Sharks. It's supposed to be lighter, and obviously it'll give you more life for the battery. So I'm probably going to order one of those and just keep this as a backup for the races. But these are really similar to the Eachine EV100s, where right here on the side there's a micro USB port, and you can use any micro USB cable that has charging capability to it, and you just basically plug it right in and it charges. What'll happen is, you can't really see it, but right next to there, I'm going to try and zoom in really close for you guys. Yeah, you can't really see it, but right there, there's a little light that comes on. It's a red light. So as soon as that red light goes off, you know that the battery is completely charged. And it does take a while to charge this guy. So probably, if you're going to be flying, give it a good, like, probably 5 to 6 hours to charge this battery. It's a really slow charging battery. I do know they make like a charging kit for it, but I'm not going to get that. And then right on the top here, you've got your battery display, and that tells you how much juice that you have in the battery. So far, I haven't had any problems with the battery running low. I've gotten it all the way down to like halfway, and that was after like a whole day of being out and practicing and stuff like that. But I think I would like to have another battery just in case I need to use the goggles, and also as a backup as well. But the stock battery is not bad. It is a little heavy, so it kind of sits right on your ear. But other than that, it's not really too bad. And then I might get another strap as well. I'm not quite sure, but the Fat Shark strap that comes with it is really nice. It's really sturdy, and these things are really, really super light. I just can't say enough about these. If you're going to get into drone racing, definitely get some Fat Sharks. These are like, the Eachiens are like a 32-inch TV. This would be like going into a theater and seeing a whole widescreen. It's just a whole nother world of being able to fly FPV. Nothing wrong with the Eachiens. I love those goggles, and those are my backup goggles, and I will keep those. And they're going to be my backups. They'll also be for if anybody's with me and they want to be able to watch me, they can use those as well. They're super nice goggles, and if you're on a budget, definitely those are the goggles to go with. I love them a lot. But if you can afford it and it's in your budget, definitely get you some Fat Sharks. I love these Dominator V3s. Yeah, these are the best goggles that I have had so far, bar none. And I've been using a few different antennas as well. So I have used my Triumph antenna, my TBS Triumph antenna. Works great, perfectly. I've also used my red triple patch, and that one has really superior video as well. So, and then tomorrow when I'm going to be racing, I'm actually going to be doing left hand is my antenna that I have to use. So I'll be using those Emax ones, testing those out to see how well they work on these goggles, but I don't expect any issues. These are just, like I said, absolutely great goggles. I love them. I can't say enough about the Fat Sharks, and I'm really glad that I invested the money in them. It took me a while to save up for them, but I saved up and I got them on a really good deal, and I just can't say enough about the Fat Shark goggles. So here's what they kind of look up really close. There's what the receiver looks like close. There's what it looks like really close. The other side. There's what it looks like from the bottom and all that. And these are super comfortable on your face. I mean, really, when I'm racing, you know, sometimes on the top there's a little bit of light leakage, but that's because my head is just shaped a little weird. So I just tighten up the strap and it goes right to my face. But the foam is so comfortable on this, and it's super lightweight, and can't say enough about these. So definitely. So this is kind of just my generic overview of the Fat Shark Dominator V3s. This was the Ready to Fly bundle that came, and so yeah, I just can't say enough about these. If you can afford them, definitely get it. You're getting a bargain with everything that comes with it. And again, I'm going to be doing a separate video just on the receiver itself and how it works. So look for that video in the next coming weeks. So guys, that's all I have for today. So thank you for all the support, all the questions. If you like my channel, if you like my reviews, things of that nature, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down there below for me. And if you like the video, definitely hit the thumbs up. There's a bell. If you hit the bell, just let you know when we've got new videos. I put one out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and every Sunday I do a channel update now and a Q&A video. So definitely check those out, guys. So in the meantime, while you're waiting for my next video, as always, guys, let's make sure to keep our drones up in the air, flying high, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for hanging out, and have an awesome day, guys.